How many of your employees are trying to balance paying bills and saving for retirement? Support your participants today and tomorrow with Vanguard well on your way at institutional.vanguard.com. All investing is subject to risk. Advice provided by Vanguard Advisors, Inc., a registered investment advisor.
On today's Smart 7, Labour make a U-turn on climate spending pledge. Israel plan for ground invasion on Rafah and lots more. It's Monday, 12th of February. It's Darwin Day and happy birthday, Christina Ricci.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
Labour have come under some serious fire after Friday's announcement that they'd be scrapping their flagship pledge to spend £28 billion per year on environmental schemes. It had formed a vital part of their strategy to hit net zero by 2030, and while that target still remains, Labour say they'll now be spending less than £5 billion each year on the green transition. Labour's national campaign coordinator Pat McFadden says the Tories are to blame for the U-turn.
I regret that the Tories crashed the economy. I regret that their irresponsibility has made borrowing more expensive. But I don't want people to lose heart. We're still going to have GB Energy. We're still going to have a warm homes plan. We are still going to step up to the plate.
And in a weekend where PM Rishi Sunak's taxes dominated headlines, he paid more than £500,000 last year, Housing Secretary Michael Gove was in full distraction mode. Here he is making an attack on Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer.
Labour don't have a plan, and we've seen this week Keir Starmer move away from one of the few commitments that he'd made, exposing once again that he's the jellyfish of British politics. He's transparent, he's spineless, he's swept along by the tide.
When he wasn't busy throwing shade at his opponents, Michael Gove spent some time doing his real job this weekend. The Housing Secretary made an appearance on Laura Kay's show on Sunday, where he pledged to scrap Section 21 no-fault evictions by the next general election. Section 21 notices can be used to evict renters on short-hold tenancies in England and Wales without reason. Landlords must give tenants a 2-month notice period to leave the property, after which they can seek a court order to have the tenants removed. The Tories have been promising to scrap the practice since 2019, and included a ban on Section 21 in the Renters Reform Bill, which was delayed again on Thursday, but Gove promises that the bill will be ready to go soon and that it's needed more than ever.
We have a bill. That bill does a number of things to help people in the private rented sector, including ending no-fault evictions. It is the case that there are a small minority who use the threat of eviction either to jack up rents or to silence people who are complaining about the quality of their homes.
But social housing activist Kwajo Twenaboa says the problem goes much further than Section 21.
Last year we knocked down and sold off 3 times the amount of social homes than we actually constructed. We've got 1.4 million people on the current social housing waiting list. And in fact, in 2022, 2,300 people died whilst waiting on the social housing waiting list. That is how desperate the situation is.
Over in the US, Joe Biden and Donald Trump have both spent time in the spotlight this weekend. Thursday saw the release of a special counsel report which showed President Biden did disclose classified materials prior to his time in office, although he's avoided any criminal charges. However, the report did raise some questions about the president's memory after he failed to recall the time period he served as vice president, leading to a slew of online sleuths diagnosing him with early-stage dementia. And Biden's not the only one whose mental capacity has been called into question this weekend. At a South Carolina rally on Saturday, his predecessor Donald Trump said he'd encourage Russia to attack NATO allies.
One of the presidents of a big country stood up and said, if we don't pay and we're attacked by Russia, will you protect us? I said, you didn't pay? You're delinquent? No, I would not protect you. In fact, I would encourage them to do whatever the hell they want. You got to pay.
As Israel enters a new phase in the war against Hamas, civilians in the Gaza Strip city of Rafah have been encouraged to evacuate. Reports are that a major Israeli ground invasion on the city, which is currently providing refuge to more than 1 million Palestinians, is imminent. Early on Monday morning, Israel said that they have rescued 2 hostages from Rafah amid strikes which killed 37 Palestinians. And while Israeli PM Benjamin Netanyahu has faced warnings from his international counterparts, including UK Foreign Secretary David Cameron and US President Joe Biden, he seems determined to go ahead with the plan.
Victory is within reach. We're going to do it. We're going to get the remaining Hamas terrorist battalions in Rafah, which is the last bastion, but we're going to do it while providing safe passage for the civilian population so they can leave.
Still to come on the Smart 7, Arsenal flatten West Ham and Usher entertains at the Super Bowl. Right after this.
Rebag, your premier destination for luxury resale. Elevate your style with our curated collection of bags, watches, and fine jewelry. At Rebag, quality is our priority. Each piece meticulously vetted and verified by experts, ensuring your investment is nothing short of perfection. Buy and sell finds from the world's top brands, including Hermes, Chanel, and Cartier. Access expertly crafted and hard-to-find pieces that redefine luxury. Your next investment awaits at Rebag. Get 10% off your first purchase with code REBAG10. That's 10% off the luxury you deserve. Don't miss out. Head to Rebag.com and enter code REBAG10 at checkout. That's REBAG10.
Welcome back.
It was shaping up to be a bit of a predictable weekend in the Premier League. Saturday saw Man City beat Everton 2-0, Spurs hold off Brighton 2-1, and Liverpool maintain their number one spot with a 3-1 win over Burnley. But things were shaken up a little on Sunday after Arsenal stormed to a 6-0 win over West Ham, which included 3 goals in 6 minutes in the first half. It's their biggest away win in history, and Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta says he's delighted with the result.
It's great to make history, and especially the way we've done it and the way we play. But we're in a good moment, and when you have good moments, you have to build and maintain that momentum. And the team from the beginning looks really sharp, really willing, with a lot of purpose. And obviously, we had to put right the last 2 results against them, and it was a good motivation, I think, as well for the boys.
The Iron Claw had its major release on Friday, and it's already been gaining rave reviews. The sports drama is based on the tragic life of professional wrestler Kevin Von Erich, played by Zac Efron and his family. Zefron was speaking to MTV last week and says he loved working with co-star Lily James, who plays Kevin's wife Pam in the film.
The moment Lily came to set and we started working together, it just felt very natural. It doesn't always work out that way, but I think just her energy, it's just her, something about Lily, her aura is beautiful.
Sunday saw the return of the Super Bowl as reigning champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, made their 4th final appearance in 5 years against the San Francisco 49ers. And the game didn't disappoint as Patrick Mahomes led the Kansas City Chiefs to their 3rd Super Bowl title with a thrilling 25-22 victory that ran into overtime. But all eyes were on the Chiefs' most famous fan, Taylor Swift, who dashed from Tokyo to Las Vegas to support her boyfriend, Travis Kelce, during a short break from her Eras tour. Fortunately, she wasn't called up to do the halftime performance. That task was left to Usher. The 8-time Grammy winner was joined on the field by Alicia Keys, will.i.am, Her, Lil Jon and Ludacris for a run-through of his biggest hits.
Usher, baby. Let's go!
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day.
Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.
How many of your employees are trying to balance paying bills and saving for retirement? Support your participants today and tomorrow with Vanguard well on your way at institutional.vanguard.com. All investing is subject to risk. Advice provided by Vanguard Advisors, Inc., a registered investment advisor.